Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and welcome to another episode of Dank Web Browsing, Deep Web Browsing, Dark Web Browsing, episode number 128. It's kind of crazy how we got all the way up here, ladies and gentlemen, but today, no theme as always, we're going to take a look at the side of the internet that is a little too danker for regular viewing, need special tools for it and everything. So that being said, it's late at night, I'm tired as hell, but it gives me enough energy to still see the danker side of the internet. Let's dive right into our very first website. Eledri Prime, Gamma Sigma 63. Oh boy, I always love reading these, man. It's like you know you're going to get into some shit that's good, dude. So this is document 6. It was written on December 7th, 2017. Holy shit, that is actually... Wow, that is literally this. That is a fresh release. If I were to allow a biological sample to be taken by a doctor in this era, it's highly unlikely that they would be able to categorize me as a human being. Despite looking more or less as they should, evolution has changed us in profound genetic ways, improved us, and unlocked the potential of the species. A large part of the Waveguide agenda, there's a Waveguide agenda I see, is to jumpstart that process, setting into motion the environmental, biomolecular, and societal changes needed to create the ideal conditions. Eugenics has received a bad reputation here, and perhaps rightly, due to the several schemes that focus mostly on ethnocentric factors, instead of looking across a global society for the very best traits from every region and factoring them into the process, while removing the more undesirable genetic rubbish that continues to, oh man, this is elitist shit, dude, continues to pollute so many living through this time. Across the many divergent membranes, it's caused sound scientific practice to be labeled as bigotry and genocide. Oh, fuck, dude. Well, they definitely want to create the perfect human, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that's what it's all about. Interesting. People here are allowed in most areas to breed as much as they like or carelessly. This has led to overpopulation, resource scarcity, can't even read, regional wars, and global economic unsustainability. All these things are real and it's scary as fuck, dude. Within the next 30 years of their timeline, there would be 10 billion of them, or more if our work wasn't being carried out. And after a full century of time, half as much... Oh my fucking god, dude! Oh man, god damn it. What the fuck? They got devil horns, Illuminati eye, and me, dude. Why you guys gotta find the fucking most retarded photo of me? Jesus Christ. Anyways, though, it's more than likely when it means we're tasked doing many things that might be considered unsavory by some, with the hyperbolic amongst them labeling our efforts as evil or even satanic. Where the fuck does this lead to, by the way? Is this what? Hold on, let me actually open that for a second. It's got my fucking face, so I have to see it, okay? I'm sorry. Little diversion away. It's loading up a YouTube page, so we're just gonna, I guess we'll leave it loading for now, and I'll jump back to it once it's done loading. So evil or even satanic. To use a medical understanding of the era I find myself in, to set a damaged bone correctly, sometimes you have to break it again. We break it with RF and EM-based weather manipulation, chemical and radiological exposure, selected temporal adjustments, dimensional shifting, and targeted support of era-specific groups, government agencies. So it's like a whole giant umbrella of things to create the perfect human being by taking the less desirable traits of human beings and eugenically combining the good traits. All right. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen. All right, dude. Okay. And it just fucking goes on and on. This is by Eledri Prime. And it's got a whole 3 comment section as well, too. Let me actually open this entirely as well. I may be able to help you, except for Bitcoin donations, I don't have any. But first I need to know your major goal and how you're supposed to achieve it. I've been reading the GARA Task Force Ops a little. The Task Force Operations. They have a fucking task force, dude. It's like you're dealing with diamond dogs or some shit, motherfucker. Right over here, you got the GARA Task Force. If we go into that, it's going to give me the following is a partial list of confirmed successful operations carried out or assisted by assets of the Global Alliance Reality Assurance, GARA, task force that I've witnessed firsthand, in chronological order. Okay. Preventing the assassination of Gerald Ford on the 5th of September. So this dude's been alive since like the fucking 60s and shit. Wait, here we go. Deep Web Browsing 127. That's literally last fucking week, dude. Yeah, that's the last week's video. Holy shit. It's the whole, no, it's not the last week video. They took the playlist and just put it in there. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, the playlist has like every fucking video I've made about the dank web. But yeah, no, this dude fucking, This dude just put me in the diversion. All right, that's what it is. I thought it was like when I saw the newest video, I'm like, oh, it's a playlist. Makes sense. So prevented the assassination of Gerald Ford, covert delivery of evidence for forgery and fraud against Clarence Hattrey. Okay, exchange of Nelson Mandela with Nelson Mandela. What the fuck? They faked a what? Assassination of Lee Oswald. Sabotage of the Bay of Pigs invasion, assassination of Fidel Castro, influence of key Senate Judiciary Committee members, manipulation of United States American presidential election in the year 2000, exchange of Ronald Reagan, Okay, motherfucker, you didn't see the assassination of Hitler, okay? How fucking old are you at this point, dude? Like 80, 90 years old, motherfucker? Come on. You've seen it firsthand. Theft of a little boy device prior to development over Hiroshima, Japan. Destruction of Berlin, Germany, funded Hezbollah bombing of U.S. Embassy in Beirut, Lebanon, capture Saddam. Dude, this motherfucker's been everywhere, man. Holy shit. Assassination of Indira Gandhi, blackmail of Walter Mondale, participation in Project Vapor, operations leading to a complete dimensional shift of membrane 17 into membrane 39. Dude, I'm going to say right now, there is a level of crack cocaine that some people have discovered, and it's so damn good that I swear to God, I do not promote using drugs, but my God, if you can find this crack cocaine, give me some of it, man, because I fucking want some, dude. All right, so what is a GARA way station? Is this the new console that you've been developing? If you're reading this, Zelen, I am in serious need of an update, extraction, or new directives to carry out. You have me worried. If I had to go around, I understand. I've been there before, but please at least find a way to signal me. To have a little audio thing here, too. Let me listen to it. The song takes forever to buffer, all right? It's not really happening. Hello, visitor. Okay, let's see the hello, visitor section of this. If you're reading this, you likely got some questions. Yeah, we do. I'm afraid you won't find any sort of explanations. Fuck. The website was not created with you in mind, but instead serves a very specific purpose. I've even gone so far as to obscure from the vast majority of internet users. By posting it here instead of a more easily accessible locale, it is akin to a sealed letter sent general delivery to a post office of a specific city, instead of being tacked to the nearest signpost for all to see. Like the letter, it is here only for the recipient, a document to be understood by those in the know. Nonetheless, you found and opened my letter, and have read a portion or perhaps all of it. That is your prerogative, as you've taken steps to place yourself within the confines of this network, a step beyond the general public's usual effort level. I cannot stop you from being here, nor do I particularly care that you've arrived. What I've written here on this website may seem fanciful, incredible, and perhaps delusional. Please draw your own conclusions. I cannot prevent it. Consider it a work of fiction or my insane ramblings if you like, or choose to believe it, if you'd prefer. Accept it fully or in parts if it conforms to your preconceived notions of reality. You may be wondering why I'd bother bringing my letter to the dark web, as opposed to just posting it above the surface or contacting my recipient directly via some other form of communication. As for the former, I'm not trying to draw the attention of the general public at the moment, nor have this message lost amongst a sea of clutter. There will come a time when more and more people find themselves down here, not just for illicit reasons, but to gain a sense of anonymity in a world that grows less private. That's actually really fucking true, dude. More and more people are using shit like Tor, or at least like privatized like networks to just fucking not be tracked all the goddamn time, dude. It's creepy. But to gain a sense of anonymity, the fact remains legitimate, fictional, delusional that these documents speak to events that have already either occurred or occurring or will occur at some point. They account activities of a serious nature, some considered illegal by the laws of this era. While putting them into writing offers rescue me, the failure of my mission is a risk that I've chosen to take for my own reasons. This is a GARA asset, like he's a GARA asset. Are we GARA assets? Not yet, but they've got a QR code, so if you want to donate via Bitcoin, you all can. But now this is a pretty fresh new site. I think I spent a fair amount of time on it. I'm going to back out of it. But yeah, this is the Elderly Prime, dude. Eugenics organization that's apparently been there for every assassination or world event possible, dude. And it offers me as a diversion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mudahar. Let's go to the next website. AHLS, Alpa's helpline service? The fuck is this? What is Alpa really good at? Telling you how to achieve a goal you are pursuing. Oh, they're one of those fucking life coaching services, dude. Holy shit. Show you the actual state of things in your life. Advising what to do and what not to do in your current moment in life. Helping understanding what is the root of a problem you are experiencing. Telling you the way to bypass a challenge you are living through. Fucking, it's like your own personal fucking Dr. Phil, dude. What Alpha is good at? Oh, what are they good at? But may disagree to do. Gather information about other persons. Contact a living one. Yeah, it can be kind of creepy, you know. Gathering information on other people, yeah, that's generally of the creepy variety sometimes, you know, depending on how you want to do it, right? What Alpha may be what Alpa may be able to do, but would rather disagree to. Future predicting. It is obvious that knowing such information would alter the reality, and predictive future would rather not come. They can see into the future? I can too, dude. When I'm on ecstasy. Healing. Too low success ratio when doing on remote. You can heal using Skype? I mean, I can understand the low success ratio, but pretty impressive. Providing information on philosophical themes. Asking fundamental questions usually ends up in blurry answers. Oh, so you can give me the answer to life? What Alpa would never do, contacting dead persons. It's a long time ago. It's past. Hurt any alive ones. That's inadmissible. It turns Alpa into evil. She already has a small predisposition for it. Also, what the fuck is Alpa? Like some AI or some ghost? Also admit you or not, karma works. That doesn't mean that if you hit someone's head with a brick later, you'll be hit by a brick too. It doesn't even mean you'll be hit by anything. But those who hurt the other ones consciously are having an unhappy fate. Okay. Yeah, that's agreeable. Make any promises. Alpa doesn't guarantee that the result of her work is always 100% adequate. No guarantees, motherfucker. There's no guarantee for the service. Why you should believe us? You have no reason to believe us. As we said earlier, there's no guarantees, no escrow, no money back. If that fits you, you're welcome. How to express your issue. Do it not like addressing to another person, rather the way you are thinking about it when talking to yourself. Okay, how would Alpa respond? Probably mostly you'll receive a single long detailed letter. So if you're having any like life problems, like, you know, my life is shit, please help me, Alpha, tell me what to do. Alpa can apparently answer the questions for you, ladies and gentlemen. It's like your personal fucking Dr. Phil. It's your actual personal Dr. Phil is what Alpa is. Now, welcome to the place. Yes, welcome to the place of the all-seeing Alpa. For more details about what Alpa is, we're going to have to check the about section. Like, what is this, an AI or fucking, like, what are we talking about? She was designed to surf the thin side of the world, and if possible, help random people. Alpha is also thin and fragile, but may get very angry sometimes. Ooh, roar. Then she needs additional control, someone to calm her down. It seems Alpa is fucking unstable, dude. I wouldn't fucking trust her with my future. She just snaps instantly. She what the fuck? She doesn't really like very much being allowed to get angry, but doesn't resist from getting cooled down, because after all, she is an evil. She's a fucking mental case. Most of the time, we visualize her as having long, slim, tenacious hands, which help her navigate through thin world, and pull closely the things she is looking for. Also, they are very good at smashing, but we try to limit this as possible. In the beginning, when she gained some power, but this wasn't realizing what is allowed and what is prohibited to do. She liked to hurt people if there were the dark times. Fortunately, it was fixed quickly enough before really bad things might happen. Also, Alpa is constantly evolving because she's partially alive, and like all the live beings, is in continuous changing states. We understand that it may be a big danger to fall into a steady state, because that means, what the fuck, is this an AI, or is this like a person they've captured that just knows all the answers, like what is this, like a fucking oracle? Like, this is weird. And they got like an auction page, like what are you auctioning off? As Alpa's maintenance requires resources can't be provided for free, she can't keep a high enough success ratio, only each day at 0 GMT for the previous day. As closed to participants, a new auction started. Participants in the previous year are taken in descending orders. After an Alpa fits to help. If no, an apologize email is sent, and the next participant is taken. So you just give a little bit of money, and she helps you. I mean, you gave like 0.0003 Bitcoin, which is, you know, a fair amount, but what the fuck? All right, go to About. All right, we already seen the About contact page. Yeah, exactly. If you want to get your life question, your life certified and helped out by this AI, you can do it right over here, ladies and gentlemen. So, whew. We found the Dr. Phil of the internet. If you ever have a problem in life, you know, anything got you down, you're trying to figure out how to invest properly, you know, how to ask that girl or guy out, or deciding, you know, just exactly what hand you should use to play with yourself, you can ask Alpa, and Alpa will be there to give you all of life's advice. I don't believe it myself, but hey, it's nothing illegal done, so hey, I guess if you want answers to it, Alpa will get you up. But be careful, because Alpa's also really mentally fucking unstable. and she'll snap at you. And there were the dark times, and she'll kill you. If the dark times come back, be careful. Let's go to the next website. Ooh, help needed. They got a little cutesy, like, fucking JPEG for it. But, one thing I gotta say about this, alright? I've seen this style of website forever. I don't know what it is, but it's like one of those fucking square website, whatever they call those. Like, it's a company that Wix or some shit like that. It's like they took the general design from them and just started making websites. But anyways, here's help needed, calling philanthropists and budding philanthropists. So people who are already philanthropists and people who are just blossoming into philanthropy. Donate. Of course, looking for people that wish to share some wealth and make less fortunate individuals' lives easier. Whether you're a billionaire or average Joe, if you feel moved to lend a helping hand to the less fortunate, please donate! Bitcoin address below. Thank you for your support. You certainly make a pretty site. Bitcoin address. You know, want me to tell you a blatant reality? Ever since I've been making these videos, I've always come across sites where it's like, they're the less fortunate, please help them, they're needy. Every fucking week they pop up, every week they go down. There's not even a count, there's not even public ledger records for them to showcase and say, yeah, we're getting these transactions. There is no form of transparency over here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you ever find websites like this and they want you to donate, let me tell you, go out, research your charities, donate to a charity, or go out and fucking change the world with your own two hands. But like the red rooms that we the red rooms that we come across, you know, the totally legit red rooms, these guys, I feel, just want your fucking Bitcoin. Now, of course, this could be the pessimistic side of Muda kick in, but be careful with your money. Be careful where you spend your money, because the moment you give this coin away, it ain't coming back. And for some reason alone, I don't think fucking Construction Mario over here with the fucking Android Oreo tie is going to be very sufficient enough to be given the hard-earned money that you're sending necessarily to those less fortunate. Just telling you, the site's popped up like every fucking once in a while. Like every couple days, it gets up, it goes down, it gets up, it goes down. It's almost like a fucking, it's almost like a joke. Let's go to another website. So, ladies and gentlemen, we seem to have a dank web art project. I'm going to say it's an art project because it's about 41 seconds long. It's got this lovely TV style look to it, this vignetting and all that good stuff. You know, you can see the way it's notched up over here. And somebody just recently discovered that video editors have something called an emboss filter and went fucking ham with that shit. Let's hit play and see what it's all about. Somebody running, somebody sprinting away. Starting a vehicle, it seems. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's... Dude, this emboss filter's fucking with me, dude.
Go, come on, Jim, come on.
Yeah, let's get this going, dude. Gotta go fast. He's like laughing. What the fuck is... Alright, so they're driving away in their car. Seems like it's a Honda. Pulling in. No, it's definitely an Acura. What the fuck? That's an Acura they're driving, I think. He's getting out of his car, sprinting away, getting home, knocking on the door. What is he saying? Nana? Adam. Adam's not responding, and he's running towards a open, what do they call those? Like the open basement crawl doors, if anything. Yeah, those ones. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we seem to have a deep web video where it's not all static shots going from random things, such as a clock, you know, a dripping faucet, and shaky camera footage of the outside world. Whatever it is, it's certainly more coherent. Now, what is it exactly? Okay, let's do some analysis, all right? First of all, you can barely see fuck all through the emboss filter. That's not happening. That's an impossibility. They're running around saying, come on, we gotta go. Pull out their car and everything. I swear to God, the car they pull out is different than what they have. But, you know, whatever, dude. So he's like, go, gotta go, come on. He's telling the car to go. I mean, you pull the fucking accelerator, dude. If you're trying to make it go past what it's supposed to, it's not happening, motherfucker. They're driving through the wooded area, I guess you could say. They're just muted at this point. They're driving through that wooded section of what seems to be the United States, if anything. All right. Fucking like upstate New York or some shit, you know? And here they're pulling back in their home. What the fuck is that car, dude? That has to be an older Acura, dude, isn't it? No, that has to be. That's an older Acura right there, dude. It's gotta be, dude. Why am I so fucking obsessed with what brand the fucking car is? No, is it an Accord? Motherfucker, dude, I'm getting my mind fucked with right now. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out when this was recorded. I'm trying to, like, figure it out by the year, but then I realize how stupid that is, because we all have cars from different years. So it's like, Adam, where are you? It's almost like he's wearing a horse head mask, but you can't fucking tell because it's got such an emboss going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a video that's black and white entirely. It's got the embossing going for it, an edgy project. It's got kind of a little slight vomit green tinge to it. But other than that, it's certainly more sensical than some of the dank web projects that we've seen. But ultimately, is it something to be blowing your loads over? I don't know. He gets in his car. He's like, "Come on, we gotta go." Bangs on the vehicle. Tries to get it to move fast. Leaves the location he started at and comes back to the location. So I don't know why the fuck we need to drive anyways. Bangs on the door for Adam's assistance. And when Adam doesn't respond, he tries to do some good old-fashioned breaking and entering. Do not commit crimes, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful. And, I really hope Adam answered the door, dude. I really hope this didn't go fucking mega dark or anything. I hope Adam was just taking a shit, dude. Or something of the sort. But yeah, that's a Reggie Deep Web Art project of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's get out of this and see something else. Did an Ancient Advanced Civilization Exist on Earth? By Philip Coppens, February 2008. From Philip Coppens' website, Spanish version. Are the Indian remains of Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa, their sudden abandonment and the apparent discovery of an ancient site with a layer of radioactive ash, the best available evidence for the possibility that our ancient ancestors possessed a highly advanced technology which might have included atomic warfare? Oh, God, dude. Whew. Well, at least it's a better scenario. It's a scenario that I like. The Horizon Zero Dawn-esque experience. I kind of enjoy that. It's kind of cool. Didn't it? Let me actually increase the text. It's fucking microscopic, and it's a long page, so we're gonna kind of skim through it halfway into it. Did an ancient, advanced, if not extraterrestrial civilization exist on Earth? The question is very intriguing, and despite the academic ridicule that has been bestowed on the likes of Erich von Daniken and Zachariah Sitchin, the idea has caught the world's imagination with the help of Hollywood and shows such as Stargate SG-1. That was actually a good show. But apart from a battle for our hearts, there is also a battle for our minds. Is there evidence that E.T. visited and lived here millennia ago? It's written like the fucking History Channel. You can't exactly prove that ghosts weren't there at the Thanksgiving meeting. Really, motherfucker? Many possible scenarios and theories have been put forward, from statements that Atlantis was a high-tech civilization leaving us in an as yet undiscovered Hall of Records and the Pyramid Complex at Giza, to the possibility that the Nazca Lines might be a prehistoric airport. Yeah, dude. Did the prehistoric airport also have really shitty airline companies too that would just fucking overbook? Is that what happened too? God, that would be... Dude, imagine if all the problems, like all the first world bitching already happened in a previous civilization. God, that would be the funniest thing ever, dude. Nothing changed. History repeats itself. The world is shitty. In 2007, the latter was voted as one of the 14 wonders of the world. Nazca's popularity is almost singularly due to Erich von Daniken, whose approach in his quest for serious consideration of the ET question has been to point out various anomalies. Okay, let's go over here. All right. Another popular ancient astronaut author is Zachariah Sitchin, who in origin decided to focus on a more specific area, the Sumerian civilization, and analyzed every detail of its myths and history, claiming the devil was in the details. All right. So here they talk about hidden inside the myth. They start about the 12th planet or something like that. But let's go out a little bit more. The thing I hate about websites with these kind of a fucking thing is that, like, they're in, like, so many of these mini paragraphs and, like, spaced out sentences, and then, like, out of nowhere, they'll just, like, switch up what the fuck they're talking about, dude. So let's go over here. One of the best candidates or best evidence in the conquest of the atom nuclear warfare, which according to Sitchin is precisely what occurred in the Middle East in the 3rd millennium BC. So negative 3000 BC is what that happened? That's before Christ era? Oh my God. In support of this conclusion, he has consistently replied upon photographs of the Sinai Peninsula taken from space. They purportedly show an immense cavity and crack in its surface, showing us where the nuclear explosion has taken place. He adds that the area is strewn in crushed, burnt, and black rocks, which contains a highly unusual ratio of isotope uranium-235. indicating an expert opinion's exposure to sudden immense heat of nuclear origin, to quote Sitchin. Alas, Sitchin provides no further details who these experts are or where they have expressed such opinions, thus weakening his own case for what would otherwise be very good evidence. In recent publications, Sitchin has also argued that the climate change and the collapse of the Akkadian Empire, evidence from the deep sea... Oh, what, are we going to have Cthulhu monsters now? The essay argues that an unusual climate change occurred in areas adjoining the Dead Sea, which gave rise to dust storms, and that the dust, an unusual atmospheric mineral dust, was carried by the prevailing winds over to the Persian Gulf. So basically what they're saying is that if you look at through like Google Earth or something, you'll find like a crack, like a fissure or something, and it has blacked out rocks around it, which has remains of uranium isotope, which basically could mean that a nuclear explosion happened all the way back in the day. Which, like, when it comes to like futuristic stuff, I won't lie, like it's the only like theory which I can like really like get an erection to, because normally when it comes to this kind of stuff, like I usually laugh it off and go like, how fucking real is it? But I'm one of those people that thinks, hey, maybe like 5,000 years ago, what if we were as advanced as we were now? But then at the same time, even if that was the case, you think with all the research and all the discoveries we make, we would have found some form of older technology. And technology that isn't, like, made out of, like, rocks and shit, you know? Like, technology like what we fucking use nowadays. Like, we'd probably find something of the sort, or maybe even more advanced, if you're going to tell us these people are that advanced to begin with. Or like, could you imagine? Could you imagine if, like, what happens is, like, in the year 2123... human beings land back on Earth and they tell us, whoa, we were gone for thousands of years. Did society kill itself? They'd missed the whole war. They came back. Dude, that would be an amazing fucking movie. Holy shit, dude. Somebody should get on that. God damn it. The ruins of Harappa. No trace of any meteoric material, etc. has been found at any site or any vicinity, and is the only known impact crater in basalt. Indications of a great shock and intense abrupt heat. So this apparently is a very good sign, abrupt heat, and it looks like a fucking nuclear crater or some shit. They got a little pump over there, Loner Crater. So let's explain what the best evidence is. What might be the best? So this is the best evidence they got. The first question is whether... So here's the best question, the Lonar Crater, ladies and gentlemen. So let us examine what might be the best evidence. The first question is whether named archaeologist Francis Taylor existed. Also, no one has ever been able to identify him. There is a Francis Taylor, an American museum director who died in 1957. He was, however, not an archaeologist. There was a Francisco Taylor, but he is not the above-quoted Francis Taylor, so not a good start. Skeptics have also wondered whether the ancient atomic warfare is not a modern invention to deflect attention away from a serious modern atomic contamination. In 1998, it was reported that some Indian power stations had major problems. One had an incident in which 2,000 workers became exposed to excess radiation, 3 of which had to be hospitalized. Surendra Gadekar investigated the conditions of villagers at Rawalbhatta in Rajasthan, and confirmed there were indeed gross radiation-related deformities, which note that Rawalbhatta is in the same region as the discovery of the ancient warfare site, but Gadekar did not find any evidence of ancient warfare, but did find evidence of modern negligence. Wood had been used in the power plant, but then somehow made its way into the local community, which was subsequently used as wood for a fire. Yeah, fuck-ups basically is what happened. This, in evidence, was a minor incident, but there could have been much more serious things that have occurred. Regrettably, we only have no newspapers that carried us stuff. The Indian archaeological authorities are not available to the story, and there is a government laboratory in Jodhpur, Rajasthan, but question is whether something might have gone wrong there. Alright, let's keep on going down over here. The fact that all these enigmas are within one general region. So what is it that, are you going to say like India is where the original nukes fell for the previous society? Which, honestly, that kind of does coincide. India is one of the oldest civilizations to exist. You think if humanity did fucking kill themselves, India would be where humanity would rebirth and, you know, all that kind of stuff after a long, long time would have passed. India or Africa or areas like that. But, ladies and gentlemen, we seem to have a question posed to us. Could an ancient alien life exist, ancient civilization exist on Earth? I'm going to ask you the question. That being said, we're going to back out and go to something else. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Internet Sacred Text Archive. It seems like this archives all sacred texts across the world, esoteric and occult. These pages index resources of the site in the Western esoteric tradition. Now, it's kind of cool because this is, oh wait, oh my god, you guys see this? Now shipping the Sacred Text DVD. What the fuck? Dude, when's the last time you've ever heard somebody say, please subscribe and we'll send you a fucking, please subscribe and we'll send you a DVD ROM. God damn it, dude. When's the last fucking time you've heard that shit where somebody's ever said like DVD, and like, it's like DVD ROM 9.0, like they have 8 other fucking versions of this DVD they've been fucking concocting for the last several years. Motherfucker. But on the left over here, they got topics like home, catalog, African, Age of Reasons, alchemy, Americana, ancient Near East, astrology, Asia, Atlantis, Australia, Basque, Baha'i, Bible, Book of Shadows, Buddhism, Celtic, Christianity, classics, comparative, Confucianism, DNA, I Ching, Islam, Jainism, Judaism, legends, sagas, LGBT, sacred okay, let's open up the fucking... I feel like I've shown this to you all somewhat before. It looks very similar, but let's open up sacred sexuality and read some sacred sexuality, ladies and gentlemen. The dominant world religions treat sexuality as a distraction from the spiritual path. On the other hand, some spiritual traditions integrate sexuality into their spiritual practice. Some regard sexuality as an integral part of life. It is. You do need sex in order to, keep life going. It's not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. It's been happening for, you'd be shocked, thousands of years. God damn it. A gift to be honored and enjoyed. This section contains classic texts of which discuss the sacred nature of sexuality and affirm the positive aspects of sex. Okay, well, let's look at the positive aspects. You got Tantra. I don't even know what the fuck Tantra is, but it managed to get its own category. I don't even know what this is. It's like, what the fuck? God damn it. The text describe esoteric teachings of Tantra, a belief system which originated in India, practiced by a small number of Hindus and Buddhists. Tantra has been synonym for unbridled sexuality. However, sexuality per se is only one facet of this elaborate spiritual practice. As a representation of the union of the soul with the goddess, rather, this attitude reflects a spiritual vacuum of mainstream Western religions when it comes to sacred sexuality. A deep study of Tantra can take a lifetime. Tantra does not advocate an Epicurean or libertine philosophy. Quite the contrary, the practice which involves behavior which is regarded by conventional Hinduism as sinful, such as eating meat, drinking alcohol, and having sexual union, normally requiring expatriate behavior as opposed to be only engaging with spiritually advanced practitioners in the appropriate ritual context. Okay, so you only have to have you can only have sex if it's ritually pleasing, all right? If it's ritually fitting into you, all right, that's fair enough, dude. I don't want to go to hell for banging. You got the Kama Sutra, all right? A lot of people have definitely used the Kama Sutra. I've never fucking seen it, but okay. Modern rediscovery, general works, all this other stuff. So they got a whole fucking thing on just banging, dude. Mimes of the courtesan. It's actually impressive. They got like they basically keep an archive of all this stuff. Like here you can go to like the Necronomicon, which, what is it? The Necronomicon originated as a fictional book in the works of H.P. Lovecraft and grew into an extended literary in-joke as other horror writers organically added to the Cthulhu mythos. So yeah, this is definitely phased, but according to Lovecraft, it is written by Abdul al-Hazred, a mad Arab poet of the Yemen, in 1950 after death in Damascus. The Call of Cthulhu. Oh yeah, so they have like the entire books written out by fucking, yeah, they got like everything over here. They got all the Lovecraft shit. And if you keep on going around, you can actually read from other things like Earth mysteries, all that kind of shit, like floating mountains. Come on, man, what is this? Chrono Trigger? That don't make no sense. All right, Book of the Earth, Christian topography. You've got Shintoism, which if you don't know what Shintoism, it's like Japan's like exclusive religion, I guess you could say. And then like Age of Reason, which is what if God, ooh, dude, edgy question. What if God don't exist, ladies and gentlemen? Ooh, edgy. You go to the Bible, and you can go all the way down to like fucking the esoteric or the occult, which is what we were at initially. Which all these are just essentially like text and everything too. So let me just open up fucking. Let me open up one of these, I guess. We'll open up let me just find one. So here's one from India to the planet Mars. This is a UFO, and this is a skeptical inquiry into the remarkable 19th century French medium here called Helene Smith. Her actual name was Catherine Elise Muller. She popularized the concept of automatic writing and earned her admiration from the latter-day surrealists. So over here they actually detail, like, from going all the way from India. So if you go like chapter 1, there's like an entire book, ladies and gentlemen, just essentially detail from this woman about, I guess, aliens going from India all the way to planet Mars, ladies and gentlemen. It says fucking space travel, and this is all UFO related. So you got the complete works, I Remember Lemuria, other things, In Days to Come. If you go to like other stuff like fucking, to go to like prophecy, you've got shit like prophecy and divination, and you got the plane going into the fucking World Trade Center towers. I swear to God, that's what it is, dude. Holy shit. It gets fucking dark, dude. What the fuck? Some of these things don't work. If you go to the About section, you can actually see over here. It's basically an archive of all these, big historical texts and shit. And it is like a public library, ladies and gentlemen. So it's a good thing. And the fact is, you can get access through it. Around from like things like the dank web. This is the kind of stuff that you might not be able to read in like other parts of the world, right? Like if you have a country, where they could censor a lot of these things, especially you looking into the other aspects of religion or ways the world is viewed, you might get fucking assassinated, dude. The whole thing in China right now with VPNs going away like crazy, there's the kind of shit that you couldn't really look up in the Chinese mainland. So this is the kind of stuff that people try to hide from you, and hey, it has a purpose for existing. Everyone has the right to read this kind of stuff, and that's kind of what it's for. Nothing really evil, but it details you things like the fucking 9/11 conspiracies, prophecy rather, and all the way down to UFOs, and even pure evil, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta censor that, dude. That's like a fucking hard nipple right there. Let's go to something else. And ladies and gentlemen, that was another episode of Dank Web Browsing, Deep Web Browsing, Dark Web Browsing, whatever you want to call it. I am fucking tired as hell. We've seen some fair bits of websites today. I've seen references to me. I've seen ancient, advanced civilizations and texts that'll make your mind see the world in a whole new way. The deep web is used for many good things, and I think today we kind of did see it. It's there to help people out, be there for society, and ultimately we got a nice peek at an edgy deep web art project that had a whole heck of a lot of embossing going on. But hey, if you're the owner of it, let me know. I will definitely have it credited, and good job, actually. It's fair enough. Nobody knows how hard it is to actually make something, okay? So even if it is a dank web art project, it's still 100 times better than most people can do. So congratulations. Good for you. Round of applause. Let's back out. Relax. Hope you had a great Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. This is me, Mudahar, and I am out.